Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest account overview. Today we have an amazing little rally lead account that we're going to be going over today. So it's a 560 million mite full mythic rally lead account. So we're going to be going over that today. This is actually Zydajan's rally lead account. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name too bad, but anyways, it is a full mythic account. He has 3 different blasts that we'll go over today, plus a 442 kind of what's called Wonder Rally setup, which is this one. So we'll go over all the stats today, what he has, what research he's done, basically all the stuff he has today. So I hope you guys are excited. Also, if you guys are looking for codes, there will be codes in today's video, so keep an eye out for those. So anyways, let's go over there. First thing we'll start off is probably gear. I guess we'll go gear. This isn't a rally trap or anything, so troops are not the most important thing. He is not a tier 5 account. Actually, let's go over research first, just to show you what he's running for research. Since it is a rally lead, I'll show you the research he actually has done. So he does have the Wonder Battles completely done on this account. So if you're doing Wonder Battles, or you're doing Dragon Arena, or Baron, or whatever, this account actually has the Wonder Battles done, so it has all the way down here. So he's got a big coalition size, that what you want if you're doing a rally leading during a Wonder Battle / Dragon Arena / Baron / Emperor. Probably not going to Emperor with this account, but Baron is definitely in there, Paladin, Dragon Arena, and then obviously the normal Wonder Battles. That's all there in the cards. The gear, which is tier 5, he is not quite done on this one. He is working on that currently. It looks like he just needs to do his siege and a little bit of the crafting speed here, and then he can unlock his tier 5. So he's working towards that currently. I'm not sure how many tomes he has, but he's a pay-to-play account. He can buy more if he needs them, but he's working towards that currently. Then other research, he does have the military completely done. He has his, what's called, counters done. He has 55% range and infantry counter, because I believe he has the hero here, which is max, so he does get the extra 50% counters from that. Plus he has the familiar. Where is the familiar? Let me look for it for a second. Let's scroll down here. Where is it? Trade worm, there it is. So he's got that up to level 8 on both the infantry and range. He doesn't have this one because you got to unlock it Elder, and is not Elder quite yet. He still needs some more things, but he mostly has, or his best blasts, I guess, are range and infantry anyway, so he's got those for counters. And I believe it's at 55% total, so we'll take a look at his total here. That would be probably in his stats here. Where's his stats? So let's kind of scroll down here. Yeah, so he's got 55.5% infantry range, 55.5% range. Code number 10. Have 2 cav, and then 45% cav, because he can't get it from the familiar because he's got to get that elder first. But pretty good counter research there, so if he's hitting you, he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. I think he actually sent me some things. I'm not sure if it's in here. Anyways, I'll show you the reports at the end so you can see some massive hits he's done on this account. So we'll take a look at the stats too. So let's look at the stats. We'll take a look what talents he's currently in. It looks more like just a mix setup with more range. So going to be missing some infantry and cav stats in the ones I'm showing you, but I'm not going to be keep switching for each one. Let's see. He does have actually setups here. I'm not sure what he's set up in. Is he in 442? No, he's set up for something. Maybe it's mix. Let's see. Where is his other one? Infantry. Is he in 442? No, because 442 is totally different as well. So anyways, so I'm not sure what he's set up in. Maybe he's just literally in his range talents. Yeah, so he's literally just in his range talents. So anyways, he's in range talents. It's got enough stats there. We will be missing about 15% cav and about 12% infantry while we're looking at these stats, so keep that in mind. We're not in mix or anything like that, so these stats will be a little bit higher if we are in a totally different setup. So I'm not going to switch it for every single one, I don't think, unless he's got a bunch of resets. Let's see. He's got 3 resets. Maybe I'll use it. Let's use some resets. I'm sure you won't mind if I use a couple gems for this. So let's go first. Let's go 442, because I believe that's the gear he has on. So we'll go 442 for this, and we'll take a look at his 442 stats. So you can see currently he's in his mix gear. This is for wonders, if you guys are wondering. It's not for taking rallies. Most people in the guild or the kingdoms he's in are not taking or going to be rallying a 565 mil mite guy, so he doesn't really have to worry about that. But again, he can take rallies in this if you want. But this is for wonder setup. So if you're going to be hitting a wonder, this is your mix gear you'd be setting it up in. then he has 3 Mythic Cups. He does have the what's called Skull Crusher, so keep in mind this has 28% army attack, which you will not see in the mixed stats. You'll just see that in extra army attack. So if he was running, let's say, a Frostwing Sword, he'd probably have about 28% more infantry and cav, and about 3% less range attack. But obviously the army attack at 28% is really good, so it's better. It has better defense stats as well on this. So overall, Skull Crusher is better for mix, but you won't see that in his mix stats. So we'll take a look at his mix stats right now. Let's take a look and see what he has. So scrolling down, in his 442 setup, he's got 624% infantry attack, 592 range, and 442 cav. Again, if he is missing 28% attack here, but again, those will show down in his army attack. So these look at technically a little bit lower than they would be, but again, that extra 28% is thrown in the army attack, and you do get those stats, you just don't see it up here. So it might not look as impressive if you get an extra 28% up here, but you do get on the army attack anyways. He's got 465. Actually, we're not in Fury, are we? So I gotta actually go into Fury, because he gets bonuses in Fury because he does have the research done. So let's just scout this. Hopefully they don't mind if I'm scouting this. Hopefully that's not an ally and they're like, what the hell, why are you scouting my tile? Anyways, he'll get that message later if it is. So sorry if it is. So let's go down here and look at the stats again. So yeah, so 624, 592, 442, quite a bit of infantry defense and HP and all that. Again, he does have his kind of his blast setups in his mixed gear as well. So army attack is 294, army attack, so quite high in there. Army defense is 278 and army HP is 485. That is in his mixed setup currently. So we'll take a look at his range, cav, and infantry stats as well. So we'll go down the list. He does have monster hunting gear, if you guys are wondering. Pretty decent monster hunting gear. That was his 442. Pretty good stats. So if you look at that, he does have full gold jewels in there. Nice and pretty. Let's see what else he has. He does have some champion jewels in here, if you guys are wondering. If you don't know what a champion jewel, it just gives a bunch of army HP. So good for mixed stats. Also some travel speed is also good for blasting people. Especially you're using less carpets and stuff, you're hitting the wonders and stuff. So speed gear, this is his speed gear. It's pretty decent. Does have some extra jewels in here that he doesn't have in his actual gear, so Grim jewels and Trojan jewels, because they do give HP, but they also give what's called travel speed, so those are pretty good to have in there on a mix set. Again, it's all mythic for his mix set as well. So we'll go cav first, I think. You can see he does have full gold jewels in his cav. A couple pieces he does use in his actual like 442 and stuff, so they're not full cav jeweled out because he does use those pieces for that, but he could switch some jewels around because he does have some extra ones if he needed to, if he wanted a little bit better of a blast. But his attack won't go up anymore, but his HP and defense will go up if he uses the other jewels. So anyways, so this is his cav gear. Really good in slot other than Mythic Champ. That's pretty much best in slots for everything on here. We'll take a look at what these stats are. I'm gonna have to throw him in cav talents though. Let's see, cav. Throw in his Cava. I hope that is actually Cav. So let's take a look here, see what his Cav attack is. So he's got 786 on his Cav while in his Cav gear. Not quite 800, but getting quite close to there. Let's see, he's got 270 Cav defense, 350% Cav HP, which is quite high if you guys don't know. That's a lot of Cav HP. Plus he's got 442% army HP on top of that Cav HP, plus 266 infantry attack. So I don't think he has much army attack differences between his sets, so I won't have to add it up too much, but 266 plus the 786, that puts him over 1,000% combined. So over like combined stats, he does have over 1,000% attack. That's army attack and what's called Cav attack. You do have to add them both together when you look at their total stats, but on the year it's 786 or 786 Cav plus the 266 army attack, plus he's got 442 army HP plus 350 Cav HP, so he's got quite high HP as well. So that's was that 7, almost 800% Cav HP on there, and 336% army defense plus his, where is it? Where's his defense on there? That's 270, so quite high defense as well. So that's his amazing Cav blast there, looking really pretty. So we'll go look at his next one. It will be his range blast. So taking a look at there, full gold jewels. He again, he has full gold jewels on everything. He does use his cups for both his infantry and his range, if you guys are wondering. So if you're wondering why this cup has a infantry attack jewel in there, that's just the one he has, where he has a range attack jewel in his other one. So he only has 3 mythic cups. So only 3 mythic cups, so he's using them both for his range and his infantry, so keep that in mind. So we'll switch to his range talents next. Where's his range? Actually, I probably should have showed the range gear first since I was already in range talents, but sorry, gonna have to use an extra 1,500 gems for that. Sorry about that. So this is his range setup there. It's just, we already showed you what it was. So we'll take a look at his stats. Where is it? So he's got 812% range attack, so a little bit better on his range attack, actually quite a bit better in his range attack. But yeah, so again, 812%, over 800%. Where's his range HP? 330 on the range HP. And what's his range defense? Suit code number 11, BA, 263. So I think that's a little bit lower, but let's take a look at his actual stuff. Yeah, so even his HP on his range set's a little bit lower than his cav, but his attack is obviously higher. The same 266 army attack, because there is no army attack in his actual gear, so the army attack's gonna be the same. The defense and the army HP is a little bit lower, so his cav HP is actually quite high, so he might have a better chance of walking back with a cav blast. Gonna do a little bit more damage probably with the higher attack, but with the chance of walking back, the defense and HP does help, and maybe even helps you do a little bit more damage because you're not losing troops quite as fast either. So again, 812, really good range blast. You can see here the 3 mythic cups, and then we'll go for his infantry. Take a look at his infantry. He doesn't have full mythic infantry, but keep in mind the piece that is not full mythic is a champion piece, so gold champ on his offhand, and he is super close. I will show a champion opening, or champion chest opening at the end of this, and that was right before this. He is at 5 of 6, so he's almost to that mythic offhand champ piece, which will obviously give him some better pieces, or better attack on that, up to 49%. I'm not sure what it is base. Let's take a look what its gold is. Let's see, he's at 65, but that's plus 35. So I think that's 35, it goes up to 49. So quite a bit more infantry attack on that mythic piece, and he's almost there. Again, his his infantry is pretty much best in slot, other than some mythic champ pieces in the main hand, which is, I think Terror Lash is better, plus this piece, the Ghostly Cane is technically better at Mythic. Let's take a look at Mythic. It is, yeah, quite a bit better at Mythic, actually. It's about 10% better at Mythic, but again, that's also something you do. So you can add about 10% more in his main hand if he got that. Then his Mythic Champ piece adds quite a bit more as well for attack. And then he has his 3 Mythic Cups, which he's sharing with his range again. And we'll take a look at his stats. So let's take a look and move him to infantry stats, and that'll be the last change I need to do for that. So let's take a look here. Go down, scroll down, he's got 817 infantry, so his infantry is his highest attack stat that he currently has, and once he gets that mythic champ, that will go up quite a bit more on his offhand, so he adds about almost 20% more on that, so it's crazy. He's going to be close to 850 after all that. Infantry HP is 349%, infantry defense, where is it? It's 265. Then we'll go down to his army, 421, so a little bit higher on his HP total for his what's called infantry set, and then obviously he doesn't have any army attack in his set, so it's still 266 plus 265. So again, he is over obviously 1,000% combined on both of these with that. Actually, it's pretty high up there. It's almost 1,100. He's what, 17? Yeah, so that's just under 280 or 1,085% combined attack, and then his HP is around 7. Where is it? Where was it again? 350 plus, yeah. So like 770. Wait, what was that? 350? Yeah, 770. So quite a bit of HP as well on this. So he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage, plus that 55% counter. So if he does get a counter on someone, he's going to be wiping their front line. And this is keep in mind, this is a 500 million might account. This isn't like a billion might account or anything like that. So he could actually just show up next to somebody with some decent fake gear, because he does have some pieces on here. He could actually just kind of make it a decent fake gear, even just throwing on like a purple helm and maybe a gold firewall plate and porting next to someone, they're probably not going to think much of it. They'll be like, this guy is like 500% attack, about 500 mil, it makes sense, and then it'll set the rally, and all of a sudden there goes your whole front line, and you have 5 million deads because he hit you with the 55% counter. That's if he counter. He does have some Pack 5 familiars though, so we'll take a look at his wall, taking a look what he has. He does actually have some good army attack heroes, so if he's in the Wonder, he'll have some good army attack heroes in that. On his wall, it is full army attack heroes. 2 of them are pay to play with a Watcher, which is technically a pay to play familiar, I would say, because as free play, it's really hard to get a Watcher unless you play quite a long time, because doing hell events are not easy as free to play. You can see he does have 2 Pack 5s on his wall, plus a couple of the HP ones. He does have 3 max Pack 5 familiars. They are all the 600% one, all the instant ones, which are much better in forts, by the way, because they pop right away. And then let's say he does have the max Griffin as well, plus 3 max stacking. He's currently working on his Brutal Bunny, which will be his double Pack 5s for his infantry. That way he'll be doing quite a bit more damage, but he does have at least the single for each attack. Then he'll start working on the doubles. Again, it's not like a Titan account or anything like that, but it is a really good mini lead. So again, we'll look at his heroes and stuff. He does have some of the, these ones are for the Wonder, so his max Wonder march are going to be quite a bit higher. Actually, he has all 3 of them, so he's all 3 Wonder heroes, so that's a quite big Wonder march. Plus, he has obviously the Gold Chronicler, which is the 50% counter. Then he has Lore Weaver, Watcher, Petite Devil, Songstress. What else does he have for pay to play in here? We'll scroll down here. So that's all the max pay to play. All the other ones are just blue and gold and stuff like that. Or not blue and gold, blue and green. Sorry. And then take a look at his what's called Castle Stars, because he does have quite a bit of Castle Stars as well on this account. You can see actually when we were showing you, you probably saw his base stats are quite high. Where was it? Yeah, it's over 200% base stats, which you can only get if you have familiars and Castle Stars, pretty much. Maybe other than the research that you get as well for like tier 5 and stuff like that. But yeah, you can see he does have quite a bit of Castle Stars on here. I'm not sure what his Castle Star. I can actually look up his name. What is it? Zidigen 74. I could probably just show you what his Castle Stars, total Castle Stars are. Let's see. Zidigen. Where is it? 74. Let's take a look here. Take a look at that. So he's got 37 Castle Stars. So that's what it looks like, obviously, from the outside. If you guys want to see what your account looks like, just search your name up, and that's what it's going to show up as. So 37 castles. Code number 12. Certain stars on this account. We'll go back to his speed up gear, because I think that's what he was in when he gave me the account, so I'll keep that. He's got about 10 million troops. Again, that's just... You don't need much troops as a lead, you just need enough to actually send to rallies and stuff. So having a rally trap comp is not the most important thing, because he's not going to be planning on taking rallies, so he's planning on smacking people with rallies. So he does have the Woodland. Again, this gives infantry attack and HP. Doesn't have the Wyvern Nut, but that will give range attack, range HP, so it's not the most important one. Frozen Flight does give cav attack and HP. Owl Outpost is infantry attack and range attack, so that might be the next one he gets up. Lion Keep, he does give coalition size, so that's also a good one if you're trying to be a rally wonder lead and stuff like that. That's a good one to actually have. Pearl Coast is cav attack and range attack, so that's another one you might get up soon and get an extra 4% attack on each. Range attack HP is this one. This is the Cloud Villa. And the last one he has is a Samurai, which gives infantry attack and infantry HP. So if you're wondering where he gets all those extra stats, a lot of them are actually just from these Castle Stars. And that's why Castle Stars are so important. So if you see someone hitting you and they have a lot of Castle Stars, they probably have pretty good stats, because all these Castle Stars are just giving you extra stats. So keep that in mind. If you're ever rally trapping, you see someone with 80 Castle Stars, they're probably going to have quite high stats. Even if their gear isn't crazy good, they get all those extra stats from that. Now, obviously, familiars also give you extra stats. So if you're looking in here and you go on through here, like let's say this will give you army HP, range defense, and then all these are going to be giving you extra stuff. So army HP and Battle Fury, if you're wondering where his extra HP is coming from. Then Bon Appetit, let's say, gives you infantry attack. I'm not sure what this gives. That's coalition army attack. So if you're rally leading, you get an extra 10% army attack on that, which is actually pretty good. You don't see that in your actual stats, so it's an extra 10% right there. What is this one? This is cav attack. and so on and so on and so forth. So all of these probably have extra ones that give me extra attacks, and that's why his base stats are so high. So if you look at your base stats, they're probably not as high, unless you're a rally lead, obviously, but his attack stats are at 200%. Some of his HPs are close to getting 200% as well. So your attack stats probably don't look as good as this, but that's because you don't have the castle stars, you might not have the familiars, you might not have the research. So that's where, if you guys are wondering where all these extra stats come from, it is from those, and those are something you want to get. So anyways, that's pretty much the account overview of this account. It is a mini rally lead. It's pretty awesome. Other than, let's say, something like this where he has 789 altar days left on his thing, so he's not going to run out of altar days for a couple of years. Even if he decided to quit for a year, he'd still have an extra year there. So there's those. Those are his stuff. He's pretty much manors and infirmaries, because if you're a rally lead, you want to be building troops. You don't really need the infirmary space because people aren't rallying you that much, especially in these kingdoms he goes into. He's not going to be in a huge, massive kingdom like a normal rally lead would be. He'd be in smaller kingdoms, so he gets to hit some smaller people and do quite a bit of damage. That's why these small rally leads are awesome. You get them in the smaller kingdoms. You don't have to be in a Titan kingdom, and you can have a lot of fun that way, soloing people and rallying them. So anyways, I guess we'll give a shout out to PMC, which is his guild. Again, I have been PMC a couple times throughout the year, so they are a pretty awesome guild. So if you guys are looking for a small guild that goes into smaller kingdoms, PMC is awesome. If you, let's say, you don't make the requirements for other guilds, you might make the requirements for PMC, so go check them out. Go message, I'm not sure who the recruiting person is. Yeah, so I don't know. It probably says on their board on the outside, so go check them out if you guys want to join a nice guild. Other than that, I will be showing you the chest opening, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.